Hello guys, Art-Teeves here. This is the third and final video of my series that covers the final step of texturing this mechanical bird in Substance Painter. Most of it is done with the help of default preset smart materials. The model itself consists of two parts. One is the bird figurine itself, the other one is the pair of eye lenses. Each part has its own unique material for transparency to work properly. The bird is textured in 2K Reso with a padding of 8. Eye lenses are textured in 1K Reso. This model could have been optimized much better if we actually baked its current high poly version to its low poly retopologized version, but it is what it is. The current model has something below 10K polygons and I don't bake anything. My baking settings include setting the highest possible amount of rays on all tabs, disabling the ID section and setting subsampling to 16. I don't have a reference image, so I simply make a kind of a color blockout scheme for crucial parts of my model, and then tweak its palette, global balance and some mask settings. I like to use the default steel painted scraped green material for the beak, because it has some nice shiny metal parts that absolutely suit my vision for this bird. Bird's head and body receive my favorite steel painted worn material, then I simply tweak its color, rust bounce and also rust color and opacity. I apply the material I've used for beak to eye frames, wing attachment points, feet and knees, except for knees bolts and screws. To paint my model, I simply apply black mask to corresponding fill layers or folders, and then unmask them by using a polygon fill tool on corresponding parts of my model. For most parts of bird's wings, I prefer to use a slightly altered version of a steel painted scraped dirty preset smart material. Wing balls receive steel painted worn smart material, and their washes get steel painted smart material. If we wanted to optimize our figurine, we would probably copy the wing from one of its sides to the other side, and use the same UV chuck for both wings. We would also bake leg rubber parts into the low poly legs, and use the same technique that would cause both legs to share a single UV chuck. The neck receives the same steel painted worn preset smart material we've used for bolts. I also used the same material to highlight blade holders. Blades themselves receive both the default wing material and also the steel scratched material for sharp elements. Legs use steel painted worn material and also a slightly altered rubber dry preset smart material. When texturing blades, make sure to consider the direction of metal scratches, so that they stay perpendicular to the blade itself. Next thing I do is change my shader to PBR Metal Rough with alpha blending for lens transparency to work properly. Then I go to the shader settings and enable the opacity channel for my lenses. Then I use the preset Glass Visor smart material, remove the glowing edges thing from it and create several iterations of this layer while giving them slightly different roughness and transparency. Finally, I play around with some smart masks to give my glass some basic texture. Next I enable my emissive channel, increase the emission intensity and give it some orange tint. Remember to give both lamps some basic material, so you can rely on it should you want to disable emission at some point. Make sure to tune the emission intensity the way you like it before you actually set its final color. Next I create a fill layer and use Dirty Leaks smart mask to give the bird's body a slightly different tint, like an old paint of some sort. Next I repeat the same process, but this time I apply a ground dirt smart mask to the bird's legs. Make sure to alter environment settings now and then and use different light maps to see how your model performs in different environments. Next thing I do is create a paint layer, set all of its blending options to pass through, and use a clone stamp tool to fix all visible UV seams. And this is it. Thanks for watching, guys. If my videos are of use to you, be my guest and subscribe to my channel for more stylized content. And most importantly, have a great day.